Heyo. Heyo, we're back with another punk perspective. My good friend Mike here, we started talking about some controversial things and like controversial characters of punk rock, which brought up, you know, Darby Crash, Sid Vicious. There's these like faces of punk rock that seem to be very, I would say, like almost the logos of punk. Sometimes like the frontman of especially what I think Hollywood or media would think of punk rock at times. You're talking like a little bit about Mark Atkins and Guttermouth, a bunch of people, right? And then we start talking about GG Allin. And because he was telling me how he has like a love-hate relationship with Guttermouth. And I'm like, I could see that, but I then went into like, I was like, that's how I feel about GGL. And it's like, there's parts of it to where I used, I could really feel some of those lyrics, but in a weird way to where I'm like, also, he's a complete fucking douchebag. I hate him. And then we start talking a little bit about it because Mike's just like, I fucking hate that guy. I don't listen to any of his shit. So we're going to talk about the song by GG Allin. And it's going to be the Abuse Myself, I Want to Die song. Because I think that's one of the most fucking, like, if you're going to listen to GG Allin, that's one of the songs that just sticks out so much. It's probably the most offensive, fucking most expressive fucking songs that pushes the limit. It's almost like a TSOL Code Blue, like where it's just so fucking shot, which I'm pretty sure TSOL's Code Blue. We should do one about them too, but don't really think Jack Christian wants to go fuck dead people. I think it was a like, let's have fun with the song. It's really, really funny. And his aggravations of not getting a date, maybe. I don't know. But anyhow, that's not what this one's about. So anyhow, so GG Allin, you did not like him. When did you get when did you first hear about him? Do you remember?
My God, like years ago. I was with my friend Jared, and he moved to Texas, but ironically, wasn't GG Allin from Texas? Anyway, but so I just thought he was another nihilistic junkie that fell within the lines of like Darby Crash and Sid Vicious, but this guy was way more extreme. And I think maybe Sid Vicious and Darby Crash were like playing to the crowd of shock value, where this guy was the absolute antithesis of shock value. This guy was fucked up. He was fucking crazy. I didn't like I didn't know his background, and now I kind of feel bad for hating him, but I fucking hated him. He was naked. He would appear naked on stage. He would get into fucking fights with people. He would fucking.
No, Blink-182 showed up naked too.
Yeah, but this dude, he would throw shit. He would throw fucking shit. He would piss on fucking people. Just like the worst human being imaginable. Like,
yeah,
this dude deserved to get the shit kicked out of him within the inch of his life. And so I never really liked him. I'm like, fuck that guy. I don't want anything to do with him. I don't want to see him. I stopped watching. My friend bought a video, and I stopped watching the video like halfway through in disgust of the man that he was. So
that's bad. If someone was like,
hated him, so I didn't listen to any of his music. But go ahead.
I was gonna say too, I can get that though. Like, yeah, if you went to actually, because the way I was experienced with it was, yes, if I went and saw a band play live, especially if it wasn't like the stage up here or there. These are talking about concerts where the band and the people
He was
like,
actually interacting with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're like, it's like all kind of one, like the best punk rock shows ever. Like we're talking about Vinny Stignall, get out there and play guitar with you guys, and it's like there's this community to it. But this is when someone starts shitting in front of you. That's fucking gnarly, dude. That's a little.
It's like a monkey, and then he throws the shit at you.
If I went to a show and like got shit thrown on me,
I would want to I would literally swing on the motherfucker.
Which is what he wanted.
Yeah, which is ironic.
Which goes into the whole thing. So let's talk about a little bit why this fucking shit even exists, right? Like, what did you think about Sid Vicious?
I just thought he was playing to a crowd. I thought he was just doing it for shock value. That he was wearing the Nazi shit for shock value, and that was all it was. That's what I thought. I know he was a nihilistic junkie, but like as far as hating, I couldn't like. I hated the fact that he wore Nazi shit, but personally, I don't know. He probably killed his girlfriend, but it wasn't like to an extent in your face as much as it was like, I don't know what fucked up did. Maybe he did a bunch of fucked up shit, but it seemed like he did fucked up shit to himself that, or his girlfriend, that he cut himself and shit like that.
Mhm.
But this dude was purposely trying to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
where
where it draws the line. And
Yeah.
so that's where what I know about, because I got real into the Sex Pistols. I love that they fucking pushed free speech super hard. You know, they had anarchy in the UK. They played God Save the Queen. She's a fascist, you know, and her fascist regime. She ain't a human being on her 25th year jubilee on the Thames River, getting arrested. #1 song in the fucking UK was censored out. The album cover was that giant pink and yellow with Cops Your Eyes that said, never mind the bollocks, here's the Sex Pistol. The name itself was super pushes the fucking limits of free speech.
Yeah.
And Sid Vicious, when Johnny Rotten talked about, and this is all I know, it's usually from Johnny Rotten or other people about the Pistols that talked about it, but specifically Rotten is kind of one of my influences because he was very big into freedom and actually anti-violence and shit like this. He was like, the reason why they would wear, why Sid Vicious, first of all, Rotten, I don't think ever, I think he wore, he would have the swastika armbands, would write destroy over it and shit, but he didn't really do it. Anyhow, he says why that kind of went around in the UK punk scene was, one, this is the 70s. So almost all their dads or granddads fought in World War II against Nazis, and the Nazis were the enemy that your parents fought. And so it was to like, you would wear that shirt and your dad saw that, he was fucking, you know, fuck you, don't you? So it was like, yes, this very much more shocking and just to piss off the parents of the generation from what they said. And they also, we got to remember Sid Vicious, a couple of his things to, I think to your point, was he was super into glam. Johnny Rotten talks about how he would like starve himself to be skinnier. He had long hair, was into David Bowie when David Bowie was out, was like wanted to be a star. That's why he couldn't wait to be a front man for a band. Also super uneducated. He couldn't really read or write. He didn't know anything about history. He didn't even, he said that if you asked Sid Vicious what country the Nazis were from, he probably would have, you know, told you Russia, or he probably wouldn't have known, right? But he knew it pissed people off, so he did it that way because it would make bad publicity was good publicity, especially in the Pistols world, right? Of how they were coming off, being chaotic, being known as that shit. So I kind of get that. Whatever. I kind of overlook it. Weird shit with the swastikas. Sid Vicious wasn't the biggest part of the Pistols of what I liked anyways. Most of the fucking music was done by Glenn Medlock anyhow. And Darby Crash, kind of the same thing, like very, again, nihilistic. But yeah, I think he did it. I can't really say how I want to feel about it. Anyhow, we get to GG Allin. And exactly, he's the extreme for it. I guess my point to what you were trying to say, I went on a tangent there. Sid Vicious was doing it for Hollywood. He was a poser about it. I don't think he really wanted to. When you have interviews and stuff, he always just wanted to have fun. That's what he said. He wants to have fun. He overdosed on heroin, I think, on accident because he didn't know that when you stop doing heroin, you have to go back and do it low. He went right back into the amounts that he was doing after he went to prison for Nancy dying.
That's a good question too, because and I don't know if this is like a spoiler. I mean, he's dead and he died of an heroin overdose. But did GG Allin purposely kill himself on heroin?
We don't know. Some people think that also he could have been, you know, purposely overdosed for people that he was around. Was Johnny Puke that they were around? What's fucked up? This is where we get so mad too. So you can go on YouTube and you can pretty much watch GG Allin's like last show and day. He's walking around New York City and he hangs out with Johnny Puke and I think his girlfriend, and GG Allin just keeps talking about how he wants to get drugs. I want to get drugs. And when he does heroin, they eat pizza, they eat heroin, not eat heroin, do heroin, and they eat pizza, and they keep running across the street, getting beers all night. And GG Allin finally falls asleep. And in the morning, they wake up to him and he was cold. And what they thought was funny, and this is the crowd of people that they were in this scene, Johnny Puke took pictures of GG Allin dead. They teabagged him while he was dead. And then they called the cops to get the body. And then the cops were like, you're going to be a suspect for murder. And then he's like, why? He's like, well, there's pictures of you teabagging a dead dude. He's like, but you got to know GG Allin. He probably would have liked that. And GG Allin probably would have liked that. Talk about respect for the dead.
Honestly,
um,
Wow.
Yeah. So there's that whole aspect
Wow.
too. But okay, so GG Allin, his story to where I think why he's different, why I think he really was on this, and this is where I could feel it. GG Allin didn't grow up in Texas, but he was New Hampshire, it was New England.
Oh,
And
okay.
but super, super Christian household where the boy, him and his brother were homeschooled. They were only taught the words of God, like super isolated life growing up. Ultra Christian. GG Allin's name growing up, his original name is Jesus Christ Allin. Okay. Imagine also like meeting friends and stuff, and your name's Jesus Christ. Like it fucking
That's
the
weird.
mental stuff. And then the dad abused him. And there's some people that would, say that he abused until he had brain damage. You heard a story that he
I
took
heard a
acid.
story that, yeah, that he, his brother Merle, yeah, I think his name was Merle, slipped
Mhm.
him some acid on a donut, and then ever since then he got crazy. So I never heard the fact that, I don't know why, because I didn't really want to look into it. The fact that he got beat up a lot and his dad was like a real piece of shit. So I kind of feel bad for him a little bit now. But
Yeah, from what I've learned about him, I think that Gigi in today's standards probably would have been in a mental institution or asylum. I obviously don't think he was really there. I think he wasn't doing it for show. I think because of the
yeah,
way he grew up and stuff, he had a real, this is my opinion, I think he had a real fucking hate for, and that's where punk rock was. You had this hate for society, and I could really get into that. And there was times where like, yeah, like fuck all these people. I think GG Allin took it one step further to where he actually just hated not only society, but humanity and himself. That's why I chose the song I'm gonna read here. Um, I want to abuse myself. I want to die. Right. And what's so different about, I think when you hear his lyrics and stuff, I think you really kind of can hear his like pain and hate, agony. That's why it comes off so different, opposed to like, I mean, Sid Vicious never had songs about, you know, wanting to kill himself or hate. I mean, I guess there was I Want to Be Your Dog's the closest one. That was a cover of Iggy Pop, right? And yeah, let me read the lyrics and I'll talk a little bit about why I kind of got into it, but then I fell out of it really fast too. Um,
I know a lot of people that got into it.
yeah, it was
Well,
like
I
this.
don't know if a lot, I wouldn't say a lot, but I mean, you, my friend Jared, there's some other people that thought it was, I don't get it though. That's another thing is like, people thought it was funny, like it was humorful.
Kind of, yeah, yeah. That's where I think
And
it's funny and it's super
I just,
offensive,
I just, to me, I didn't think it was funny. I just thought it was like,
stupid.
yeah, stupid and fucked up, and you
Yeah,
shouldn't be doing shit like that.
yeah.
But
Here's the lyrics. So let's just read this beautiful poetry here by Mr. Jesus Christ Allen, GG Allen. I want to get drunk and pass out on the floor, work myself into convulsions, beat my head against the door. I want to cut my skin, cut it until I bleed. I want to feel pain. It's the life that I lead. Abuse myself. I want to abuse my body. Cut it deep, make it bleed. Throw my guts on the floor. Cut my face until when I get knocked, I want to die before I get old. Get fucked up, then die. I want to die, die, die. I just want to die. Kill me, motherfucker. I never died before. Bury me under the floor. Stick me in the heart. I ain't got one anyways. Stick me in the ass. That's the best part of me. Because I don't care if I live or die. It just don't matter. Kill me anyway. I want to abuse myself. Yeah. Shoot me, stab me, cut my throat. Hit me with a fucking axe. I just won't croak. Look me in the eyes, and what do you see? Stab me in the eyes. You can piss on me. Kick me in the balls. I just don't care. Rip out my brains, pull my fucking hair. Abuse me, kick me, cut me till I bleed. Fuck me, kick me, shit on me. I just don't care, you see. Destroy me. I want to destroy you. I want to die. I don't want to get old. I don't want to die old. I want to die young. I want to be a scumfuck and I want to die young. I don't want to play in no fucking 60s band. Kill me, rape me, do with me what you will. I'm going to fuck a girl who doesn't take the pill because maybe she'll have a little boy or maybe a little girl. I don't give a fuck because I'll be dead. It's just another world. That's right. Abuse me, kick me, cut me, stab me, axe me, knife me, fork me, fuck me, suck me, beat me, fuck me, blow me, eat me, stab me, abuse my body, abuse my body. I want to die. Well,
If that was his manifesto in life,
The-
he lived up to it.
You have to sit down, write the lyrics, or or he probably just
Literally
just
is to a T acting out all those fantasy. I don't know if they're even called fantasies. I don't know what you call them, but he's acting all that out on the stage.
it's probably
Shit
depression.
on me. Shit on me. I'm gonna shit on you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Kill me. I fucking hate. Like it's
Like if you look at it, like there's people
Literally.
that do those things where they hate the world so much they're not mentally well. They go out, they do some kind of like shooting, and then they kill themselves. It happens a lot, you know. They have and I think he was probably truly depressed or needed to be on some sort of meds. He was fucked up. You look at his lifestyle, how he's grow up too. So I think he did actually mean it. I don't think it was a facade. I think he found punk rock culture because he was able to actually be himself, and it was a weird accepting thing because there's other these. And then there's people like me, so when I got into GG Allin, I was real young, and I didn't get all that. See, I found it humorous. I didn't take it serious. Even if he meant it seriously, it's not what it meant to me. It's not what music always meant to me. When I heard T.S. Wells fucking the dead, I was like, oh yeah, I mean that's funny. Like it's so offensive because of how many rules and stuff, you know, girls will want. So I'd rather just go out and fuck the dead, right? It's like a sarcastic, very offensive song, and that's how you would get heard sometimes, right? So like when I play this song, I wouldn't say I ever felt that way, but there was moments where I just felt so full of like, you know, young kid, testosterone, ADD, hating the world, whatever. You fucking hear that song and you're like, it's such an extreme to how I really felt, but it was expressive enough to where my mom would even come and be like, what the fuck are you listening to? And I'm like, yeah, no, fuck it. What? Am I not allowed to listen to things anymore? Like that's how I kind of felt with it. I never got into like to who he was or whatever, to where I think it's actually sad. He probably was a really fucked up individual who ended up killing himself for it. You hear it in Cobain a little bit, right? Cobain emphasis the immortalized fucking song, I don't got a gun, I don't got it, and he killed himself. He has these songs, how he wants to die. Forget one of the songs that Cobain had, but where he wants to, he obviously was too. And it's like people aren't even hearing the fucking, it wasn't even subliminal. It's just very direct in your face. And what's weird is it gets in the punk rock thing because I think there's just these moments of how you feel in the day by day to where you can recognize that song. Like, oh, okay, yeah, fuck this. And talk about, we talked about another one, those other, you know, people that we fucking hated, perhaps jocks, whatever, these like other type of people that just like we weren't part of. And so when you had like a really bad feeling or mood, I could hear that song and I would enjoy it. I would fucking go on jogs or skateboarding, just listening to that song, and I'd be like, fuck yeah, it's super. I'd want to play it loud so everyone could fucking hear it. So it was like very expressive. But I did learn as I got older, like, this is fucking dumb. Like Sid Vicious, there's nothing glamorous about killing yourself. There's nothing fucking good about hurting yourself. Um, that nihilistic face, I think, that went into the punk thing was probably very bad for it, in my opinion now. Like, that's where I mean, really, the heroes of punk to me is like, you know, the Cro-Mags and fucking sick of it. These people that teach you, like, you know, find your best self. Don't just be, punk's good to have this like anger and you can express it, sure, which is what it's all about, right? But you don't have to live it, if that makes sense. Am I making sense?
Yeah, that
Like,
makes sense.
like,
Yeah, that makes sense. He
and
lived it. He fucking
yeah, and that's where and exactly, I would never go to fucking GG Allin show. Like he would literally pick fights with people because I think he obviously wanted, he liked fighting, he liked confrontation, he was mentally unstable, and yeah, I don't think he valued his life.
I think too, also, honestly, I wonder if this music kept him alive longer. I wonder if it was like he found a purpose in it, and without that, he probably would have killed himself earlier. I mean, I'm assuming at this point, but
I think there'd probably be a good argument with that, right? Yeah. And so obviously he probably made some money and now he had something to do. He'd be going, he got to tour the country singing this shit. He went in and out of jail all the time too. Let me look that up. I think it's like something like, dude, how many times GG Allin arrested? Like this fool, um, like he lived the actual part. And you can see him, he's like on, I think, Oprah or something. He was like on talk show.
Yeah, was it Donahue? Was it I know what you're talking about. He was on, and then there was like girls that wanted to get with him, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Well,
What was that? Was that Donahue? What was that, dude? I remember that shit. I remember that.
I thought it was Oprah.
Is his brother still alive? Merle?
Yeah, and he's doing shit here and there. And then what's real sad too is there's a documentary about him. You know, you usually learn about his life and stuff where I learned about it. He's he is buried out there in New Hampshire, I believe, near his like parents' like house or whatever, like his mom's house. His mom finally broke away from the abusive asshole and she kind of started living her own life. And Merle makes sure that she's like set and okay. And he still has like a punk band doing shit, but they're not. They're doing some okay. I think he does tours, by the way, at the Punk Rock Museum in Vegas. And of course, in the comments, quote check me. I'm just going off my just memory and a lot of like probably rumors and hearsay. But people go and they vandalize it, and this is what's weird too. So you have these other punks that like become, and probably to a point to where I never was like an asshole about it, but I kind of could like enjoy the nihilistic little part. There was just those little elements, and it was just so offensive. Like it was something that was nice for me when someone played something I couldn't stand, like, oh yeah, man, like listen to Cannibal Corpse, isn't that like the fucking most gnarliest shit? I'm like, here, listen to this song. And they would just look at me like scared, like they never heard a song. Like, you think Cannibal Corpse is scary? Here.
Yeah, but Cannibal Corpse is like
They do it, it's a
they
fake
do
one.
it. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like
Here's someone that's really, you want to hear someone really crazy?
Yeah,
Here's an actual crazy person singing. You think Marilyn Manson's nuts? Here's GG Allin, motherfucker. We can top you in almost anything you had. You think this shit's real gangster, this guy's hardcore. Here's someone that would shit on stage and throw it at you and call you a pussy if you didn't fight him. And now you're staring at a man that's naked with a German fucking World War I mask, and you're thinking, am I gonna really
and
fight
like,
this guy right
and
now?
his penis was like half an inch long.
Yeah, he'd cut his penis on stage. And
Oh my god,
yeah,
dude.
he was just
Oh my
he was nuts. And that's also if you're about to fight, so think about that too. Like if you're gonna fight, it was again the extremes of punk rock. If you're gonna fight someone that's like that, you actually wonder, like, okay, there's these people that talk about like, well, I get mad, man, I fucking black out and I might kill a guy because I can't stop myself.
No, that guy's gonna
I
kill
think
you.
if you fight GG Allin,
he's probably gonna kill you.
Shit about killing him.
Yeah.
And then this is the other part.
He
So
probably
yeah, which it's like a Chihuahua dog. Like it's about just how vicious he, because most people I don't think really want to get into fights, like Fight Club stuff. Like most people avoid fights and stuff. And that's also why I like punk rock shows, was it was a place to where I never really wanted to get into like a fight per se, but I did want to fight, if that makes sense. And I was not in martial arts. So when I'd go to punk rock shows, I could get pushed around, feel alive. I could actually push people back. But at the same time, if I fell on the floor, that same person would out me up. Right. And I don't know if it's just like a man thing or whatever, especially being that young, feeling it. It was just, that's an extreme version of it though. I wouldn't, that's too far, right? Yeah.
there was fights though. There was fights.
And in the high hockey, like sometimes the two people agree to fight, and fucking who cares, right? Like, I don't know.
This was like I would go to shows and like there was this one. It was, oh god, there was this one dude and he was like a short fucking dude, and I went up to we were at an Earth Crisis show and I went up to Phoenix.
Earth Crisis.
And this dude would like he would like do some weird shit and like throw you on the ground or like throw you down.
Oh, there were,
And then I got fucking tired of it. And then he went to do it and I turned around and I fucking socked him right in the face.
Yeah.
And then he came back at me, and then there like 3 or 4 people came at him behind me and jumped him. And they were just like beating on him. And I was like, that was weird. Because I thought I was gonna get into this fight, and I didn't really, I just punched him once, and then you had 3 or 4 people that like
they were all waiting, like, all right, man, like you jump in, whoever jumps in.
I don't know if they thought, if they had this plan and if they thought I was a part of their group.
That's what it sounds like. They probably were just all
because they're like
waiting,
waiting, and then I fucking socked him, and he like fell back, and then he came back after me, and like 4 people rushed him, and then started beating the fuck out of him. And then after that, I never saw him at a show again. We called him Super Punk.
He's I'm a punk and I'm telling everyone. What song is that?
Jawbreaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Boxcar.
Yeah.
I'm not. Wait, something. What the fuck?
We should do one on that one. That's Boxcar. Yeah. I'm a punk and I'm telling everyone. Okay, so GG Allin, Okay, Monte, guess how many times do you think he was arrested?
154.
No, that's really high though.
35.
50.
Okay.
Over 50. Um, and he actually did do serious prison time from
Where did he go
89
to?
to 91.
Holy fuck. Where'd he go to prison at?
Ann Arbor, Michigan. And in prison, he fought with everybody.
So he was alive in the 90s?
Yeah, he died in 90.
How old was he?
Not old. He died in like 94, I want to say 90, maybe 92. That's why you can see again, you can go on YouTube, you can see the whole fucking show. And kind of beforehand and uh 93.
No, okay.
6/28/93. He was born in 56.
Well,
So
he lived to be pretty old then. He said he didn't want to live to be old.
36.
Oh, maybe not. 56?
36. He was 36 when he died.
He was born in 56?
He was born, yeah, in 56.
Oh,
August 29th of 56.
and he died in 93?
He died, yeah, in 93.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what, middle age? Almost. Was he middle age? Is that 35 middle age? I don't know.
Age is just a number, fool.
Well,
That's
no
yeah,
judgment.
me, no,
We're-
but yeah, it's I mean, it's getting old.
we're
though.
all
I mean,
here.
for that lifestyle. Like Sid Vicious was young as fuck. I think he was what, 21 or 22.
What? So did he mellow out, or
Who?
did he mellow out, or was he just always a piece of shit?
GG Allin?
Yeah.
Um,
Was he a piece of shit until he died?
he became
I don't know
more
much
and more
about
a
it.
piece of shit.
Oh my!
He every
just kept-
time
he
he
kept top-
never mellowed out. He kept getting more and more aggressive.
Huh.
And then that's why eventually he ended up ODing, I think. But again, I think the OD may not have been like a real OD. Like, I don't fucking know. And he was also someone that was extreme for a moment, didn't give a shit about the fans. He would just cancel shows. Like, I mean, but that's also before punk rock even made like, you probably couldn't make money doing it either back
No,
then.
he didn't.
He was literally like the last show he was
Yeah.
playing at was like at a gas station in the Lower East Side, Manhattan. Yeah, so it's just a very unique part of it. I don't think it's a good part anymore. But when I was young, what was nice about that too, actually, was again being that young and stuff. This was a face of a punk that was not the Blink-182 side, which I like them too and everything, but there was this like kind of weakness to punk, right? Like, I don't know, you wanted to have something that seemed aggressive and strong. You wanted to have like my music was fucking tough. Like if you wanted the elements of that, you had GG Allin that fucking represented that to a fucking extreme. I think that's where the Darby Crash and Sid Vicious side came too, because those guys were just so fucking wow. It was like a labely thing, which is really stupid too. Now you look back on it, very dumb. But at the time, that's kind of like why I liked it to a point. Again, there was these, like I said, there's these moments, the moods that I could do it, but from it sounds like it's just that he was just a crazy person that ended up getting a microphone and was able to fucking sing. Do you know what the dude that uh got convicted for murder and because he like admitted it in his like songs, he like joined a punk band. He was from Australia or something. I'll have to play that for you later.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Um,
think I know. I don't think I know who he is.
But suicide and violence and stuff, I think that's dumb. And I'm also one too, like, don't just pick, like, always pick a fight, like, get into a fight or do something if both sides are consenting. Like, that's all, like you're saying, like, those people that would go to like.
Just join a fight gym. Join a fight gym.
Yeah,
If you want to
exactly.
fight,
There's no-
join a fight gym.
You gotta,
Take boxing classes.
you're a weak fucking
Bar.
person to bring brass knuckles or want to fucking fuck people up in a pit. That's a pussy ass fucking move. That's weak. And so naturally, so he got beat up. Yeah, and I mean, probably those people have their reasons and shit. They're probably very insecure. They have fucked up stuff. Yeah, GG Allin was literally the extreme of it, and then he got publicity through it because it was like that whole, like, this is what punk rock is. And
I mean, he found an outlet.
I mean,
I guess like I'm like, oh, join a boxing gym. That's like an outlet. So him being in punk music was like an outlet to him, I guess. just fucking weird. I don't know, just fucking weird. But I mean, he's crazy, so I can't really. It's hard to.
He should not be like a
sympathize.
hero of punk rock. I don't think he should be anything like that. I think
I don't
he's
think
just like a story.
I think to some people he's a hero though.
That's what's fucked
Yeah.
up. That's like you shouldn't, you know. And here I am telling people what they should
Who
not
cares?
like,
It's
but
your-
you
it's
shouldn't
your-
like.
yeah.
It's not good to like him for that reason. Like it because it's entertaining. Listen to those weird, and there's like a little part of like when I listen to like I can listen to a Nirvana song and be like, oh, I can really feel his fucking depression here. Like it's expressive, makes me feel better or whatever. I can feel those elements of fucking GG Allin where it's just so fucked up. I'm just like, oh man. Now it's to a point to where it's like nostalgic. Like, oh man, talk about a song you can't play in front of my kids. Jesus Christ.
It wasn't even really, well, I guess anything, I guess art is what, it's how you express yourself. But I wanted to say it wasn't really music. It was just like there's no beat to it. There was like nothing, it seemed like
just chaotic. It was like
it's just like screaming.
you could mosh to it. It had that bass line. You know, it was very. But yeah, most of it's just hearing the lyrics and like static guitars. Who did they remind me of? Yeah, it's not very good. It's not,
No, it
it's not
sucks.
musically
It's really
good at all. It's almost like Crass in a way. Crass isn't good either, but a lot of the reasons why you get into Crass is their lyrics. Kind of, I wouldn't say the same point, but they're extreme lyrics, and they were usually Crass was singing about views that were unpopular at the time, and I think that was right though. In my opinion, like they were talking about anti-fucking war band, right? Yeah, I don't know. Which is weird. It opens that whole fucking like world up to people like that. I mean, but the dude even raped people. Like, he's not good. That's all I have to say about G Allen for this point.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself, GG on.
But thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to speak on, not on your behalf.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Entertaining. I'll say this though. I do like that punk rock opens it up so you could hear the
That's a good
fucking
point.
mental
No, no,
illness
no,
that he
that's a good
has.
point. That's a good point. Yeah.
Like you can listen to it and be like, okay, this person is really crazy, holy shit. And there's parts of times where I'm like, I can, there's parts where I feel that way. I'd never act on it, but holy
Well, he
shit.
just acted on it.
And
Because
he was the one.
he was the guy that was, you know how some people are all words and no action? He was all words and all action.
Yeah, he almost did that. Yeah, he
So I'm
definitely.
gonna kill you. No, really, I want to kill you. I
Yeah,
really
he'd
do.
be
I
one
wanna
that you're
kill you.
actually scared of. He's someone that'd be like,
I do.
you see like a homeless person yelling at you, you're like, oh, give that guy a mic. That'd be GG Allen right there. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit. All right, I want to talk about something more lighthearted now. All right.
All right.